What's happening, people? We're out and about again today, and today I'm in Halifax again, and I'm going to try another pub breakfast. Now, we've all tried Wetherspoons, but there is another pub chain that's national all around the country who do foods, and they do them sort of curry clubs and sort of like steak nights and things like that. A bit similar to the Wetherspoons menu, and that pub is Yates', and that is the one in Halifax there. I'll be honest, I've frequented this bar a few times on an evening. It turned into sort of like a Halifax night pub. I wouldn't say nightclub, but night pub. It's quite a laugh actually on a Saturday night. Anyway, today we're going in for breakfast. Now I have had breakfast here once before, and I thought it were all right, and it's very, very cheap. This full breakfast is £5.95 or £5.99. You don't get a cup of tea with it, so I'll have to buy that separately. But £5.99, under £6 for a full breakfast, and it's quite big. Just what you want before you go on a session, really. I put it in the same sort of category as Wetherspoons. Is it going to be better? I'm not sure. I haven't had a Wetherspoons breakfast since Blackpool actually, but we're going to go for Yates' today, and yeah, give it a go. So just a quick one. I'm not going to be showing you all pizza halls and around Halifax. I will do that in a future video. Today it's just about the Yates' breakfast. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get in there, get some breakfast, show you the food, which is what it's all about, and then we'll yeah, I'll let you know what we think after. Let's go. So here we are at Yates' in Halifax, and it does say from £3.99, but the one we're going for and the one on show there is actually £5.99. Quite a big pub this, and like I said there, it does turn into like a night pub. On an evening they take all them tables off the dance floor and it makes it a dance floor. So as always, we're going to start with a nice cup of tea as it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I think this might be the first cup of tea I've ever had in Yates'. I've had plenty of pints, but today it's about the breakfast and what goes better with a breakfast, a pint or a cup of tea. Controversial that, get it in the comments, but I'm going to go with a cup of tea today. It's a nice cup of tea if I do say so myself. So, there are no sachets in sight in this pub, which is a big plus from me. You get your ketchup, you get your HP, you get everything in bottles as it should be. And here is the breakfast. Now, on first sight, I can see the eggs are scabby, the bacon looks terrible. The beans are in a ramekin, which I don't like. The tomato looks well done. You've got a couple of bangers, a couple of hash browns, and some very, very well fried mushrooms. A couple of slices, well, one slice of toast. As always, we're going to start with the sausages. They look like plain old sausages. One of them's there split, well cooked. Some might say overcooked, but once it's inside, not too bad. Looks okay, looks like it's peppered, but I don't think they're Cumberland or Lincolnshire. More like just your standard pork sausage, but with a bit of black pepper added to them. Not too bad. The outer casing, although it looked like it was overcooked, it actually had a nice snap to it. And yeah, pretty standard sausage, what you'd expect on a breakfast that costs just over a £5. Now, we're going on to the eggs here. Now, obviously the yolks look absolutely fantastic, but I have mentioned in previous videos about scabby egg bottoms. And I know some people like this. I don't. I just think that is a sign of a dirty grill. The yolks are fantastic, it's been cooked well, but the underneath part, I don't know. It's just me, of course. Everyone's different, everyone has their own opinions. But for me, that scabby bottom, it just puts me off before I've even tasted it. If I wasn't recording this, I probably wouldn't have eaten them eggs. I would have, well, maybe I'd have cut around the yolk and just middled them out, as I call it. But for the video, I'm eating this crunchy bit of egg. It's not, as you can see by my facial expressions, it's not ideal for me. Onto the beans, once again in a ramekin, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't see the point. This ramekin was very, very small as well. It wasn't, as you can see there, you can see the bottom after moving a bean or two. So it wasn't a deep ramekin like the one we got in the Irish bar and the Irish fry up. So let's decant them, because I don't mind it touching the eggs or tomatoes or mushrooms or anything else. Pretty standard beans. It's a beans of beans from Deano. As you're going to see here, facial expressions. Standard beans that you get everywhere. Hash browns, nice and thick. They look very well cooked, not greasy. Let's open one up and see if they're going to be like oniony, which is what I look for in a hash brown. You can actually see the onions in this. I have to say, this is my favourite part of this breakfast. The yeah, this nice potato onion inside, really nice. Fluffy on the inside, but with that onion you can actually see the onions as well as taste it. I sometimes think that they put onion salt in, but not on this one. Got a thumbs up from me there. Right, halftime brew. On to the next one. Bacon. Now this looks dreadful for me. It looks like yesterday's bacon. I'm not a huge, well, I'm a bit critical of bacon, but this was so tough. Even cutting this little piece off here, it was so tough. And as you're going to see now, I just can't chew it really. It's like, it's so difficult to chew, so tough. I'm actually going to turn the sound back up here and show you this hitting the plate. Listen to this. That is bad. Now, these mushrooms look like they've actually been deep fried rather than fried, because that next to it, was pointing into the beans, is a chip. So is that from yesterday? Is that just from come back up with the oil? I do like my mushrooms, and these are really earthy mushrooms, but they are the oiliest mushrooms I've ever had. So that's what makes me think they're deep fried, and the fact that I got a chip, which must have been from yesterday, because it's like 10 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm the only person in. So I think I got yesterday's chip on there. Needless to say, I tossed that to one side. Now, credit where credit's due, this tomato does look like it's been well done for a fresh tomato. It's not raw at all, as you can see there. It's wilted so much, it's dripping. That is how you do a fresh tomato. All in one. Juicy, nice, tasty. Didn't mind that. Toast. Now, this gets people's backs up as well. Would you like your toast buttered or unbuttered? These can be a bit funny when they're rock hard, like on holiday, but it was spreadable. Quite a lot of butter for half a slice. You got two, so I'm presuming that it belonged on one on each half slice. Standard toast, steady away, not too bad. Nice butter. Yeah, I'm not a biggest bread fan, but it is what it is. That we're all right. So I'm gonna eat as much as I possibly can of this. I don't think I'll be able to finish it, and I'll see you outside in about 30 seconds. So I thought that was okay. It didn't blow me out of the water. It wasn't probably similar to Wetherspoons. I'm not the massivest Wetherspoons fan. I think you can get different quality in different Wetherspoons, which is probably the same sort of thing to say about these Yates. Yateses. Is it Yateses or Yates? I'm not sure. I always call it Yateses. It used to be called Yates's Wine Lodge, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna give it a. I think I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was okay. What you'd expect for just over a fiver, but definitely not as good as like that post office breakfast I had last week. Yeah, I think stick to your greasy spoons more than your pubs. But there's a few more to try. I've got a few more in the pipeline. I'm going to go to Toby Carvery next time for a breakfast, I think. See what that's like. Get a Yorkshire pudding on breakfast. That should suit me, shouldn't it? So yeah, 6.5 out of 10. It is what it is. It wasn't great, but it wasn't dreadful. Apart from the bacon, I thought the bacon was dreadful. But I am a bit fussy with my bacon, so what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and if you haven't already, don't forget to drop me a like if you like this video on the way out, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, it's free, it's not like a magazine, it doesn't cost anything, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Did somebody say just... What's happening, people? Back in the kitchen again. Hope you're all fantastic. Thanks for watching. Would be special. Wouldn't buy that again.